Here are 10 things that are making you look bad. I'm sorry. It's okay. I do this stuff too. You're not alone. Truly. I have photos to prove it. So we're in this together, and it's just someone has to say it. You know what I mean? These are just things to consider. Maybe you don't do everything, but I will be offering solutions to these mistakes. How to fix. So as promised, let's start with me. And I don't do everything in this video, but don't worry. I make quite a few appearances throughout the video. So anyway, let's start with this photo. Can we see what's wrong here? Anything? Yep, it's my eyebrows. They're basically weighing me down because I filled them in far too much. And we have other photos to share as well. This was only a few years ago. I really made those eyebrows prominent. And so many people still do that because that was the trend. Even though the new trend, which I can also briefly mention, is the laminated eyebrows. And that's basically where you brush up your eyebrows and stick them to your forehead so that it looks like you woke up the wrong way. And then you just wear them throughout the day like that. And I don't know, I just think that eyebrows really are so important. I've always said that. They really do frame your face, and they're kind of just a big deal. So I think we should just try to naturally enhance what we already have. I've said this like a million times, but the Benefit Gimme Brow Plus, it's like a gel, but it's like a color gel, so you can get the color to kind of match your hair, but it just enhances your brows in such a natural way. It makes doing your brows so easy, so quick, and it also sets them so they stay in place. The next thing you might be doing that doesn't look so good, just dancing around the subject here. This looks bad. It's just overlining, like drastically overlining your lips. People do it all the time. I mean, there's so many tutorials that are like how to fake big lips. I mean, like I said, I see it all the time. I tried it because I was so intrigued by this because it really does work for like a solid 15, 20 minutes. But that's the thing. Then it starts to wear off very weird because our face skin is very different than our lip skin. And so the lip liner and the lip gloss, it kind of starts to wear off of our lips, but it's stuck to our face. Yeah, and then you're just left with this kind of like clown looking lip thing that's very fake. Here's Pam Anderson. She's beautiful. Yeah, she doesn't really need to do this, but she does overline her lips. And this is just an example of like when you're looking in the mirror, it looks pretty good. But then when you're turning and, you know, just going about your day, it looks really weird. Now, I do want to do a quick disclaimer. I know people hate the disclaimers, but I have to. You're beautiful, okay? I don't want this video to come across like I'm criticizing you, I'm really scrutinizing you. Like you do whatever makes you feel beautiful. And I'm not just saying that. Now, one of the solutions to not overlining your lips would be lip injections. And unfortunately, that is my next point. So I'm not gonna say never get lip injections. I'm not gonna say you definitely should get lip injections. I've never had them. I feel like for the most part, I can't really speak too much on this subject. However, what I can say is, and I feel like we should all be in agreement here, there is something to watch out for, and it's just the migration, the lip migration that we are now seeing in quite a few people. A lot of people that do get lip injections though, they aren't noticing this immediately because it's one of those things where you're looking at yourself in the mirror every day and it slowly happens over time and you're not really realizing it, but it's when the filler starts to migrate outside of your lips and it creates this kind of like weird puffy line above your lips. And that's something that is happening so much more. And I don't know if it's because people are just increasing the amount of filler they're getting, or maybe their body is just kind of naturally processing it that way, but we're seeing it all the time. So it's just something to keep in mind and kind of, you know, consider. Now, this whole video is not all about like your actual facial features. No. Your appearance can also look bad based on what you're wearing. And sometimes, again, it's not even your fault. You're just, you know, thinking you're ordering a really nice pair of pants from Nordstrom. I mean, these are pretty expensive. I would think these would be very nice. No, they're not. No. In fact, they look so darn cheap, and they were so not cheap. So here is a clip of me wearing them. I wonder if you can spot the issue. It is the lining. I do not understand why expensive pairs of pants, sometimes like my cheaper Amazon or Walmart or like just cheap pants, don't even have this issue. So the actual pair of pants is extremely thin, which, you know, thin pants aren't necessarily bad, but they then decided to put a lining in here so it looks like I'm wearing a darn pair of shorts underneath the pants. It's just bizarre, and it makes, if I were to wear these, which I will not be because I am returning them, this would make me look bad. In a recent video, I revealed to you how I live my life in sweatshirts. It's so true. That's what I mean. Like, take all of these things with a grain of salt because, my goodness, I don't look good most of the time. Yeah, I love sweatshirts. So when I see a really nice sweatshirt that's thick and soft and luscious and just like glorious, I buy it. So this is from Target. But then I proceed to wear it. And I don't know if you can see this raw edge. I don't know what I was thinking, and I don't know why brands do this. They put so much like high quality details into a piece, and then they just like do raw edges, and it's already starting to rip down the front, and it's just not good. And I know many of you are thinking to yourself,
then why the heck are you wearing ripped jeans?
I concur. It makes no sense. Again, I am not perfect. This is another thing that I often see where everyone's like so put together, but then there's these raw edges that it looks like it's like a DIY sweatshirt, and it just brings down everything. While we're roasting me, let's move on to tops with cutouts, which yes, you might think,
Shea, you've told us this before. You hate that.
and that is true. I have talked about how I despise tops with cutouts. More specifically, the tops with the cutouts right here, like right where your cleavage is. Like, let's just cut out this shirt and reveal our cleavage. Like, it's just weird to me. There's also shirts with like shoulder cutouts and like just all kinds of things, and I don't like any of it. But I want to insert this photo of, this is me. I picked out this sweater. This was like, I don't know, maybe a year or so ago. And the thing is, what was so ironic about this I posted these photos on Instagram, and it was a sponsored post. And the thing is, everyone, oh my goodness, in the comments, everyone was like, you hate cutout sweaters, like they're paying you to wear this. And what is so darn funny is, no, they were not paying me. I picked that shirt out. That sweater I picked out myself because I was like, I'm gonna give this a try. Like, and I thought the photos turned out really good, and I was like, oh yeah, like I pulled this off. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I was thinking. I hate it. I hate it. It's one of those things that I look back and I'm like, what was I thinking? So I don't think that tops with cutouts, I don't think they look good. They look bad. Now, you could have the most beautiful, most flattering clothes ever. Maybe they're so expensive. Maybe they're very affordable. I don't really care what they are. But if you don't have the right undergarments, and I'm not even thinking, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like Spanx and like all the seamless underwear and bras that I talk about. Yeah, that's totally true. Love it. If you have the wrong size, that's still a problem. And that's what I mean. You could be maybe overweight. You could be completely normal. You could be stick skinny, like super skinny. And if you have a bra that is just too darn tight, it's going to create a weird bulge. Same with underwear. I mean, some people think that the skimpier it is, the tighter it is, the smaller it is, the less you'll see it. And nope, that can also look really bad. All right, we're back to the face. Sorry. Another thing that could make you look bad is eyelash extensions and or eyelash strips. And this kind of goes hand in hand with the eyebrows. Sometimes they're just too thick. They're too much. They're just weighing you down too much. So I pulled just some photos. Like, these are just like inspirational photos. Like, these are what is like being advertised at the lash extension salons of like, this is what you could get. And to me, this just looks not good. This doesn't look natural whatsoever. And I'm not knocking them all, because here's a photo of lash extensions that look great. Like, to me, this looks natural. It looks, beautiful. I don't think they're the real lashes, but you can't really tell. And that's what I think you should go for if you decide to get extensions, or maybe if you decide to use the strip lashes. I think it's beautiful to like want to have longer lashes. I think that makes us look very feminine, and it definitely improves our appearance. But when it's just too much, too thick, and it's weighing your eyelashes down, and that's all the people are really looking at, it might be time to maybe make a change. But comment below. I want to hear from you guys. Comment below if you totally disagree with these things, or maybe you do agree with them, or if you have something else that I haven't mentioned. And while you're down there, just consider subscribing. I mean, you might be watching this and you haven't made that commitment yet. Maybe you haven't hit the subscribe button. It's totally free, but just hit that button. I would love to have you back. Next, we have another trend that's making you look bad. And everyone does this, so I feel like I'm alone here. It's not gonna be good. It's just the light concealer trend. Like, we're putting so much light concealer underneath of our eyes because it does brighten the face. I understand the concept behind it, but it's just getting out of control sometimes, where it's just super bright under eyes. And I just think we need to take feel like there's a theme running through this video, just more of a natural approach. Here's Jessica Alba. She is freaking stunning, okay? She doesn't need concealer at all. But she is putting it just like 3 little dabs directly under her eye, just to kind of lightly conceal or even maybe just slightly color correct. And then that's it. Like that's kind of what she does. And I just have been trying to take that approach as well, where I'm really only putting concealer where I absolutely need it. And I feel like I still look decent. I'm not saying I look amazing, but I think it's a much better approach than just having headlights for a face. Now, speaking of makeup, this next one is something that I don't think that you do, okay? I think this is just me. This is just me. I get makeup all over my shirt no matter how hard I try. I mean, I have so many shirts with makeup on it. Here's an example. This one, luckily this one's white. I can bleach it, but I wore this all day. There's makeup splotches all around the collar. It's ridiculous. Here's a green and like cream sage shirt that I love. In fact, I think I wore it like 2 videos ago. I wore it all day, only to realize at the end of the day that I in fact had makeup all over the collar, simply from me turning my head. So it's just something, if maybe you're like me, okay, I would just like to pause briefly, just to discuss the sheer irony of this point and the fact that I've had lipstick smeared on my face for the majority of this video. Actually, I have no solution for this. I don't know how to stop this. But my goodness, I can really try hard on an outfit and I just bring the whole thing down with makeup all over everything. So don't feel alone. We all do weird things. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and I will see you on in this video. This is a really good one. This is one all about Amazon items that are most loved. Like they're really affordable, but really good. So I'll see you on over there.